Me a name I call myself. A long, long way to run.
A needle, ball, and thread, motherfucker, bitch. So a note that follows. So give me head, ho, a drink of jam and bread. Then that brings us back to dough, bitch. Dough. Hey, is it recording? Oh shit. All right, man.
Welcome back.
Flycast.
Episode
42.
142.
Episode 420.
Episode 400 and
Wait, let me see. OpTic.
I think it's episode 40.
Dude, we
I could be
do
wrong.
this every time. It's
How
gotta
long?
be annoying, right?
No. This is our
42.
intro.
I was right. 42.
Episode 42. Damn.
Damn, the last one got 123K views. Hey, Flycast next up.
What was the one before that?
It was like 80, 75 or something like that.
Yeah.
So
we
that
were
means
talking to
is worth-
Formal.
Formal is worth 45,000 views.
Did we really have to give him all that though?
So 75,000
This worth
listeners.
75,000? Or do you say
Like 75.
45,000?
No, like 75.
That's how much we put him in the thumbnail, and that's what we get?
No, we got like 140 with him in the thumbnail. 75 without him.
Oh, shit. So it's...
But that just means there's 75,000 real ones that'll listen.
Oh, yeah.
to
Regardless.
The soul of OpTic.
Guest or not, man, I got good news, I got bad news. Good news is I only have one thing of bad news, and that's that we don't have a guest today. I'm sorry, guys. It's not going to be every episode. I think it'll make it better because you were mentioning, like, yo, we should have this person. We should have this person. And I do want people, but not every episode. I think this will...
Yeah. That was the first guest we've ever had.
Yeah. In 5 years.
Yeah, in yeah.
In 4 or 5 years.
Dude, we were
That's
just
our
looking at
first
all
guest.
the thumbnails from the past Flycasts.
We got
the
the
last
best
one was-
thumbnails in the game.
One of the best ones was from 4 years ago.
And the one he's talking about, I forget what episode it is, like episode, I don't know, 18 or something. But it was us at a stall, urinal, taking a piss, and I'm like,
And you're looking over like
peeking over one. And then the thumbnail for this one, I guess these guys have already saw it, fucking
on the motorcycle.
my brand new motorcycle. Which, like,
How's that going, man? I thought we talked you out of it last time.
dude, you guys need to stop putting the shit in the... I know everyone's like worried about me.
I don't even want to hear it.
I know
Ever since
everyone's...
that video came out, people have been coming into the TST stream and being like, I thought all the webcams were equal.
Shit.
Ever since that fucking... I'm just like, shut up.
But you guys are like bringing, like, Formal especially. He's like, you're going to die.
Well, that's Matt. That's his way of...
And you're just like, no, don't get it, man. Like, you got to be
I'm
careful,
different.
man. You'll hurt yourself.
Right. I'd be like, just be careful, man.
Paige
We're
is
all
saying the
worried.
same thing. Everyone's
And
saying
then, of
the
course,
same
Formal
thing.
is just... Formal's just
Overboard with
Formal.
the...
Yeah.
Overboard with it.
How's it been, though, man? How's your motorcycle experience?
It's scary, man. Even just riding it here, which is like a mile away. If that. Yeah, it's probably like a mile and a half. Even just riding it here, it's like I'm still... I've only probably rode it because I got it. Then 2 days later, I went to Cabo or some shit. Or like 3 days later. And I think I only rode it like 2 of those days. So like today was like my 3rd day riding it. But the sketchy part is just slow turns and like being at a stop sign or especially a red light and there's like a bunch of cars behind you and you like stall out because on a bike you're like, this is the gas, and then you have to like pull in the clutch or like release the clutch at the same time, and like you can't do it too fast. So one time I was at a red light and I stalled out, or I stalled and like, you know, bike turns off, whatever, and I'm like, fuck. I panicked so hard because it's really just like, oh shit, I stalled. Let me just grab the clutch in again and hit the ignition.
Yeah.
But I'm like panicking. It took me like 5 seconds to get it
Yeah.
going again. And that's probably my biggest, not biggest worry. I mean, my biggest worry is like crashing. But
yeah, no,
that's
I get
that's
that.
like the
I get
stress.
that.
The stressful part is like slowing down around corners,
Mhm.
or if like there's hella cars and like you're sort of at stoplights or
What
there's
about hills?
traffic, and it's like I constantly have to slow down and like
Do hills get you?
or hills.
Hills, bro.
Bro, I remember one time in Crim's Jetta, which was my first time ever driving a manual.
What?
Yeah,
You
I drove-
learned stick at the Scuff House?
yeah, through Crim's in like 60-50.
What?
Me and Flame would
Oh.
always take Crim's Jetta.
I thought you knew how to drive stick this whole time.
No. So I learned there, and I didn't really use it that much. But like one time, I was on a hill in a stick, and it just like it was
Putters.
so scary.
Dude, my first car was a
like
stick.
I like was slowly rolling back, and I like panicked, so I like slammed the gas and got up the hill. But
my first stick, or my first car was a stick shift Chevy S10, which is a four-cylinder truck that we're both taller than. Like it's a truck that goes up to like here on me. And dude, if you tried to go up a hill in that,
So is it always sketchy, or just I guess
mean,
on that?
manual cars are sketch? Yeah. The one that I have
Why-
right now is like a Mickey Mouse version of a stick shift because
Really?
it doesn't roll backwards.
Like
There's like a sensor in there where it's like if you're on an incline and you try to go, it won't roll backwards. It'll like sense that you're on.
yeah. I
But
need
that shit
something
did
like
not
that.
exist before 2010.
Yeah, I need some. I'm gonna have to get. I even let Matt Craig take it for a ride. He was fucking ripping it.
Was he? He loves
kinda.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, he grew up.
He was like, dude,
doing
this
motocross.
is so sick. Like, I kind of want one now.
I knew you were gonna get.
And it was like I want, because what he used to always do is ride motocross, which is like all the dirt fucking
Yeah.
racing and shit. But now I don't know. I think he's just not in that life anymore.
Right.
And he'll probably use it more on the road. So now he wants like a street legal road bike. I'm gonna have to get with him and like have him teach me some shit. Because he already taught me something. Like, he was like, you don't really have to shift to first gear. Like, even when you're stopping. I was like, I fucking knew it, man. Because first gear
You
sketches
just throw it
me
in
out.
neutral.
No, you're never in neutral. Unless
Is there
you're...
a neutral? I'm trying to think.
There
of it
is
as
a neutral. Like, whenever we went to take the thumbnail,
Yeah.
like, I had to, like, back it up in neutral.
Hmm.
Like, that's when if it's in any gear, the tires are, like, locked or whatever. Like, you can't just push it.
I probably don't even drive stick right. Like if somebody is like loves driving manual, they probably don't like how I drive because it's like
I've been in the car with you. I don't notice
first,
anything.
second, third. And then I don't like downshift. I only like downshift very, very in certain situations.
Really?
Like if I'm in too high of a gear and I hear it like start puttering, then yeah, like I
But like even when you come to like a red light or something, you have to go to first again, right?
just throw that shit in a neutral.
And then
then when
from neutral to where?
And then when it goes from red to green, then I put it back into first. I don't
okay.
like start in second.
Uh,
But sometimes, like every once in a while, I forget. Like I'll go first, second, third, and then I'm like, wait, I'm too fast. So I go from third to fifth.
yeah.
Like I do that, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out because it's fucking. That's
so
sort
you
of.
bought that bike? That bike is yours?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I could have made payments on it, but I was
you-
just like, why bother?
You bought it straight out. So you got rid of your car.
No, I still have my
You
car.
still have your car.
Well, I was thinking of getting a new car, just because like I did my taxes and shit, and I was like, okay, I got a little money,
Mm-hmm.
but this cost me. I was gonna trade in my car and it'd probably get too expensive of a car that I should really get. So buying this saved me money. I think it was like 50. It's either 55 or 6K. Then after taxes and registration and all this other shit, it was probably like 8K.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at it like, hey, I'm saving money. But everyone's telling me not to get it. I just need some tips from Matt. So Matt, I know you're editing this. You gotta take me out one day because fucking literally already he rides it once, and we were.
And he's better than you.
Yeah, he's way better than me. He's better than me on my own bike. But just like I don't know, random little tips. I need something because the regular riding part's not sketch. It's just like the when there's traffic and shit like that. That's when it gets sketchy.
Yeah. One time I stalled out at a stoplight, and then
I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's so like you just feel like such a scrub. You feel like such a noob, and you think everyone behind you is just like on their way to work.
I
know.
know.
Who is this?
Well, like a few people have already like seen me, and they're like shit, like giving me a thumbs up. I'm like, fuck yeah, but I'm like, little do they know. And then I'll like stall out at the fucking next light. It's only happened a few times, but yeah, that's my biggest worry besides crashing.
Now if I stall out now, I'm like, what the hell? I think I just stalled out. Like it's because driving is so natural to me now. Just
I hope that's where I get.
I'm sure it is. Does Mike still drive?
He is a
or
you mean
ride,
bike ride?
Say?
Well, I think his bike has gotten stolen like twice. So
what?
he hasn't really been able to ride.
That's fucked.
I think he might have kept his bike here. I don't think it's down there. But he was like texting me and unless there's like some other garage or something. But he texted like me from Matt Craig's number, and like they were talking about how Mike wants to like store his bike here or something for a little when he gets it so it doesn't get stolen immediately again, or like that fucking sucks. Yeah. I'm worried about that because my bike's like light enough for two people to just like run up, throw it in a van or a truck, and then it's just fucking gone.
You're just like advertising someone to steal your bike right now.
Nah.
My bike, which is here, is light enough.
My bike, which is parked over here.
If you just park and back in, you can both lift it.
Maybe even by yourself.
Have you ever seen people that'll like prank people with smart cars? Their feet smell?
I'm just trying to make sure they don't stink too bad. No, we're good. Prank people with smart cars.
Yeah, you can prank a person with smart car because four people could lift it. So if you get people in each corner, you can lift it and then turn it sideways in a parking spot and then drop it back down.
Really?
And then how do they get out?
What?
Because then it's in between two cars.
Yo, do you think there'll ever be a time where we'll mention something like that and then we watch it with, I think Joe Rogan does that. I think
what do you mean?
Like we'll pull up that video and watch it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Or would that just be too much work for Matt Craig?
We'd have to have Matt here. And the thing about the Flycast is like the Flycast, it used to be me that would set everything up, and then we'd take everything down. And then now it's like whenever we started doing it here, Matt sets everything up and then leaves. So like nobody's ever here with us when we do the Flycast because that's kind of like just how it started. I feel like if we did the Flycast how we do the OpTic Podcast, where there's like a script and like a person that's like it just wouldn't work. It'd be so weird.
I try to sometimes like a script or like topics can help. I try to think of shit. Sometimes like I'll just walk into this like I don't fucking.
That's how I walk into this.
Like today, I walked in. I was like, I got a motorcycle. I went to Cabo. But I was like, I think the COD team's playing again. I think there's one more thing.
It's so funny because I don't even think.
And then like a meetup's coming up.
I don't even think about it at all. For the Flycast, things just flow naturally. Like I feel like we don't ever like. I don't know. I feel like we don't ever
like
break.
We'll never just like.
We'll never be like, okay, so.
I think people can kind of tell that like. I don't know. It has nothing like too. Because it's gonna happen, but like nothing too weird to where we both just look at each other and we're like,
all right, you gotta cut this part. Yeah.
All right, let's cut this.
I don't think that's ever happened on the Flycast. That happens all the time on other podcasts where we're just like, that's why Hector.
Like we're just like, all right, cut that.
For Hector in the OpTic Podcast, he just goes on the list.
Yeah.
He's like, Logan Paul beats up, Jake Paul, and then Hex
that's
is
good
crazy.
at that though. He's like a great. podcast leader,
I mean, yeah, he does his
host.
thing.
He's a good podcast host because sometimes I can tell he has nothing to say, but he'll like
pull something out of his ass.
He'll just like, okay, and then he'll kind of just talk like this until he sort of like thinks of something, and then and then
and then comes up with something. Yeah,
and he'll like come up with something.
That was a good impression, actually. It's a good impression, dude. I need to see. Speaking of changing the subject, I think I need to see a digestive doctor.
No, man, it's just, bro. I used to think I had stomach problems all the time, but it's just you eat shit.
But I've been eating.
Is that not the answer?
That's not the issue.
Wait, what do you mean?
I've been eating good for like 2.5 days now. Started that whole like diet thing.
Okay, but what's the digestive problem here?
I feel like if I farted right now,
when did it start? When did digestive problem start?
4 years ago.
Wait, really?
No, it's just I feel like
you just have to shit right now.
Yeah, I just have to shit right now. But I just shat.
So you don't okay.
Shitted?
So you don't think there's a medical issue?
No. Well, actually, yeah. I think because I went to the hospital, or I went to the emergency room like 2 years ago because there was an air bubble in my stomach, and then turns out I had like an ulcer in my stomach, and I couldn't like fart very much. I couldn't get air out, and I went, and then they gave me something that like helped, and then I farted a lot. And
did they give you something
ER
to drink, or was it a pill?
No. Well, first of all, I was in so much pain they gave me morphine, and then they put a tube down my nose to try to like pump to get the air out of my stomach. It was a whole weird thing, and then they couldn't get it down my nose because my nose was so bad at the time. It was before I got surgery. And so then they just like gave me I think they gave me like a pill or something, and I just waited it out. And I was actually going to take an ambulance to a digestive place, but things started like getting better, and then I started like actually being able to get air out of my stomach. And so then they were like, okay, well, maybe it's just been like a flare up or something. I think it's just, but ever since then, every once in a while, I'm like, ooh. I need to take some Gas X. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, I hope it's not that ulcer from last time.
I've always dealt with stomach issues, but I think it was all the stress and anxiety from like school, because I would stay up till like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd have to wake up at like 6:30 a.m. And like right before I go to sleep, I eat a big ass meal, but like not sleeping. I'm like just fucking stressed because I have no sleep. I fucking hate school. And so like one time I thought my appendix was erupting.
Dude,
so I went to the ER or something. My mom took me. She was like, "Are you actually in pain?" I'm like, "Yes, it fucking hurts." So we went to the doctor, got it, I don't know, scanned or whatever the fuck. They said like, yeah, it was pretty irritated, and they could either remove it right then and there, or I don't know, just sort of deal with it. And I was like, okay, might as well get it removed. So they gave me like these 2 bottles because they had to like clean my stomach out. And they gave me like these 2 bottles to drink, and it like you just have to chug them. It tastes like shit. It's like drinking thick Pepto-Bismol, but it makes you clear your whole stomach out like crazy shit.
What?
All liquids, everything. And then I got my appendix taken out.
I wonder if that's what like supermodels drink just on a daily basis.
Sometimes I want to drink it just to fucking clear my stomach out, because like sometimes it will like hurt, or it's like you feel bloated, or but you don't have to shit. And like sometimes
like, man, I wish I had some of that magic laxative.
Yeah, like
smoothie.
I wonder if that is bad for you.
It's probably horrible for you. That's probably why only doctors have it.
Shit everything out.
Dude, but I bet you, I've always wondered what the secrets are to like Hollywood super.
I think they're just rich, and they have people around them that know what they're doing.
They just like, they hire people that always know how to cook.
Their plain ass healthy meals are not plain
Yeah.
or like tasteless. Like
Yeah.
they have chefs cooking them some fire shit.
But there's also probably some crazy shit that happens too.
Yeah.
Like,
there's probably so much. I mean, plastic surgery and shit, of course.
oh yeah.
What do they call it when you tummy tuck?
Tummy tucking.
Tummy tucks.
Oh yeah, like
people probably get like
liposuction.
mini tummy tucks and lipo and all
like,
types of shit.
Somebody's probably there's probably some people that have been like, I eat too much. Like, make it so I don't eat too much. Like, make it so I'm never hungry.
I think there is something like that.
I'm sure there is.
Like they make your stomach smaller.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely a thing. I think is that liposuction? No. Liposuction is something else.
Liposuction.
But that's another one of those.
Where they just suck the fat off you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is something to make your stomach smaller. I feel like I
wonder what the Hollywood fix is for like sweating. Because I like sweat so much.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I want to get.
I'm like not a sweater.
In fact, it's come up on my TikTok.
In yoga, though.
It's come up on my TikTok, like, For You page, or like, you know, like you get ads on TikTok. One of the sponsored ad is like, it's like a deodorant looking thing, but it makes it so you don't sweat. Like it's a cure to sweat. What? I need to bathe in that shit. I'm like, there's no way that works. There's no way I can just.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what the fix. You should, because I'm not a sweater. Like even like in high school basketball, like my face just turns like crazy red, but like I'm not really sweating. But when I do hot yoga, I sweat kind of crazy.
For real?
Yeah, and like I'll look at other people to my left and right, and like they're not that sweaty, and I'm like, fucking how? I'm not even a sweater. But yeah, I want to see what you would look like in hot yoga.
I'm down to go just to see that.
Just to
see that.
Imagine it like cures you because you just have so much.
That's probably what it is. I'm hoping.
That's probably what it is. That's a fix.
I was hoping that like maybe once I start drinking more water and like eating better that I'll sweat less, but I don't know if that's even a thing.
I mean, it definitely helped with sweating.
Dude, we were at
the types of food you eat.
We were at lunch today, and I was like sagging my shorts a little bit because whenever I go to sit down, I like sag a lot so that it doesn't like.
I have noticed that.
So it doesn't.
But I felt like that was just your swag.
No, that's so that if I'm sweaty, especially in my ass region, it doesn't have a spot when I sit up or when I stand up. That's why I do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I
just always thought you were a sagger.
I saw when
because I feel like we all kind of sagged a little bit at the beginning of OpTic. It was still kind of cool.
It was still kind of cool. No, like do you remember when Sensor won that phase tournament and he stood up and he had like an ass spot or he had his ass sweat spot on his pants and like everyone like made fun of him? I didn't make fun of him. I didn't make fun of him. I was like,
were you already?
But the anxiety started then. I was like, oh no.
Really?
Yeah.
Has it always been a thing though? So,
yeah. Like
even like your strats of like sagging your pants.
No, that's kind of new. That started like in the OpTic. I think it's gotten worse because I used to wear like khakis and shit, but now I just wear black shirts and black pants, and that's it. Swim trunks. I used to wear swim trunks.
That's crazy.
I don't know what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be a Hollywood thing.
I'm sure you've like
surgery
Googled
or
it
something.
And stuff.
I have actually. Yeah, I Googled it in college. It's like, how do you like stop yourself from sweating so much, like everywhere?
I'm sure there's someone listening that's like, holy shit, me too.
I'm sure there's a lot of people. I've said it on stream a couple times.
I wonder what different strats they have.
When I Googled it, so someone sweats so much under their armpits that they put like they like someone sweat so much under their armpits they always had like anti-press print at all times, like in their backpack. And so like if they felt it coming on, like especially before meetings and stuff, then they would go and do that. And then someone said that they sweat on their ass so much that they always put toilet paper in their ass, like a
I feel like I'd rather
diaper.
do a paper towel.
I'm like, dude, what? Dude, that would be so. Imagine the
Imagine I see a fucking paper towel sticking out of your ass crack.
I'd rather just be like, yeah, I was very sweaty. Like, imagine like something just happens. I stand up and a paper towel falls out of my pants,
like under your shorts.
Like, no. And I remember, like, the forum post was like, I can't believe I'm telling people this, but the internet is anonymous, right? And now I'm sitting here like telling this story.
Yeah, right.
But I remember thinking like, okay, in high school I was like, or in college I was like, at least it's not that bad. Not yet.
Man. I don't have those issues. Do I have? I'm trying to think if I have like any.
Where you're just like thinking about it and you're like, fuck.
Where like to me at this point it's like normal. It's where like you probably sag your pants and it's like just normal.
Oh, yeah,
you don't even think about it.
Yeah, Paige pointed out and she was like, are you not like, does it not like get cold? Like because she could like see that my pants were like sagging. And I was like, we were
that's
eating.
Crazy.
We were
eating. I always just thought that was your style.
No.
I always thought that was your style. I was like, hell yeah, he's still cool.
No. I mean, if I could like sag and I only sag sitting down, not standing up and walking around.
Is that your insecurity?
I mean, if it was my insecurity, I don't think I'd be talking about it. I mean, maybe. I'm insecure about it in like certain situations where I'm like, fuck. Dude, one time I don't know if I've ever told you this story. Blake's wedding rehearsal. I was like,
I feel like you might have told me this.
Did I? Dude.
It was like something on the ride there.
Dude, yes. Okay.
Remind me?
Okay.
That's all I know I've heard it, but.
Okay, so I flew in for Blake's wedding rehearsal and I didn't have like really nice clothes and I didn't because I didn't realize it was like I didn't realize what wedding rehearsals were. Like you actually have to dress up and like I thought you just show up and like rehearse. Like, I don't know if that's what we're doing. So he was like, oh no, like I got some stuff for you. So like we got like his clothes, his dad's clothes. And like we picked out some like nice button downs. And for some reason I picked out like this gray pants. And then George had like pants and stuff too that he put on. And I thought it was like nice weather outside.
So at this time, did you not know like I can't wear gray?
See, I don't know. I think that was like, this is like the transition period.
This is like something.
I like
knew. Like never again.
I think this like scarred me, dude. And Blake at the time had like a car with leather seats, and it's like hot. It's like North Carolina, so it's hot as hell outside. And on the way there, I'm getting kind of hot, and I'm like, I'm kind of sweating under my armpits and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to have like armpit sweat at his meeting all these people that I don't know. And then I was like, let me just. And so I looked under, and dude, there was already like a huge, like from the front, I could see it. And I was like,
I love when you can see it from the front.
See this. So I was like immediately like mortified because I'm about to go meet all of these people that Blake is.
And if you can see it from the front, you know your ass looks fucking terrible.
Imagine the back. It looked like it probably looked like I sat in like
you got pushed in a puddle.
So I immediately am like, Blake, bro, we might have to turn around. And he was like, I'm not turning around, dude. He was like, we're already 5 minutes late for my wedding rehearsal.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I was like, all right, I'm sorry, I have to do this, guys. But it's Blake and George. Luckily, it's Blake and George. If it was anybody else, I don't know what I would have done. But I pulled my pants all the way down in the car and turned the AC on in the car as high as it would go. And it was the 30-minute drive. And we just drove there the whole way. And I just let me all air out right in the front seat.
Yeah.
And so it finally dried up and I never sat down. I wore the pants the whole time.
I'm surprised it even dried up.
Yeah. But it was like.
What's funny is in my head, I thought you were going to say you stuck your ass out the window. Like if I told that story from like my shitty memory, that would have been the story.
That's how you would have done it.
I was like, what did he do? I think he stuck his ass
out the window going down fucking the highway.
And ever since then, you've just been like, this will never happen.
I was like,
again.
nah, it will literally never happen again.
So are you ever sitting there I'm sure you are with like black pants on and you're like, I'm fucking soaked right now, but like luckily no one can tell?
every day.
Like when you're wait, do you ever get off your streaming chair and it's just wet?
I used to. Luckily, I've dude. I will say like chairs with like office chairs with like nets on them, like netted chairs. They changed my life. Dead ass changed my life. Because like it's hard with leather. Just for people like me, they're hella comfortable to sit in. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think I have any of those problems.
I'm sure there's hella people. I'm sure there's people out there that have like you have no idea what I'm talking about. We used to talk about this when we went to the gym.
Yeah, not really.
It's fine when you're at the gym.
Yeah,
it's like,
oh, this guy's going hard.
Everybody's fucking sweating, and they're like, oh damn, look at his ass.
Yeah.
But then when you're getting off an airplane, it's a little different.
Speaking of gym, dude, I've been like low key depressed again. I know. So
what does that have to do with the gym? Just because you haven't been going?
Because I haven't been able to go because my fucking back. Like I have to get an MRI, and because like something's actually fucked with my back.
When did this happen? When did this start?
It's funny enough. It started I guess it started in 10th grade. I was so out of shape, and in the beginning in the beginning of basketball season, I like hurt my back, and I think I was so out of shape because all I did was this was like when I'm going pro, basically. So I'm not in shape at all. Like hurt my back then, basically like sat out the rest of the season. Like couldn't even really play. Maybe like a little towards the end of the season. But that's when it started. Then it went away once I stopped playing basketball. And then in playing rehab volleyball, when I was in rehab last year.
Y'all were just going dumb hard.
I was like, I was the most athletic there. I felt so hard. And like even the fucking women were impressed. They're like, wow. Like
you're just like.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I used to be an athlete. I know I'm a pro gamer. I know it's a surprise, but I used to be an athlete. But yeah, I was going like just stupid hard. Hurt my back in fucking rehab. I almost want to like sue them because they did not take care of my back at all. I would have to. I'd have to remind them at least 3-4 times to like just to get an ice pack. And like I wasn't that close with like the nurses and stuff, but some of the people who were, and like. All of us are like sort of just starting to move again, and everyone's sort of getting aches and pains. Some of them are getting like steroid shots, and like I would ask for one. They'd be like, I don't know if we can do that, like unless like someone's really gonna have to check you out, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, my fucking back is like the last like 2 weeks or something. I feel like I was waddling around, like could barely walk. They didn't do shit for me besides ice packs, and I complained about it all the time. Some days I told them, I was like, I'm not doing anything. My back hurts. And they're like, no, you have to go. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, what are you guys going to do? Kick me out? Like, I'm like, I don't have to do anything, technically. And I know they're not going to kick me out because they're not going to get as much money from because of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't do shit for my back. And then I got out. Back was still kind of hurting, but I like started exercising. It wasn't hurting me for a while. It was just like at times I'd feel like, ooh, I almost tweaked it. Like it'd be like that feeling. Like,
yeah,
I almost tweaked it, but like I'm all right. And then the more and more I kept getting into working out, and the harder I was going, started going from like my middle left back to like the bottom left back, and now it's both my bottom back, and it's like kind of bad. Like it's like at a point now where it's like I'm not like worried, but I'm like something's fucked up here. I have to like figure this out now before I get like arthritis in my back like I did my neck. I have arthritis in my neck from fucking taking. I got arthritis in my neck from playing Hearthstone for 54 hours straight.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
And now I don't think. I didn't do that and then I just get arthritis, but like I did that and then I woke up the next day and I'm like, oh my God, something's wrong with my fucking neck. So I just took more Addy and like kept playing. But then like eventually I'm like, damn, I'm like always going like this, like something's fucked up. I never did anything about it. And then like years later I found out, yeah, you got arthritis now. And it's like, what can we do? And they're like, nothing. Like you're stuck with it. No. there's like no cure for arthritis. There's only like treatments to lessen it. And like I've noticed since going hard with working out and like strengthening like my core and fucking everything, like my neck definitely hurts less. Like I still find myself like going like this and like sort of like stretching it, but it's fine.
So you feel like you can't work out because you're back, and that's making you sad.
Yeah, because I was going hard. I was going like so hard, and like now, even I had to like, I completely like fell out of my morning routine because my morning routine was like I'd wake up and then I'd just go straight to Karma Fitness, which is who I went to Cabo with. And that was pretty much every day. So it's like it turned into me waking up and it's like, what am I gonna do? And then I get my day started late, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like it kind of just.
Are you still eating clean?
I was eating clean up until I went to Cabo, which we'll get into. Cabo, I didn't give a fuck. I was eating like pasta and shit, but I was drinking so much that like I really wasn't that hungry because I just had like, I feel like I talked to you guys before I went to Cabo, and I was like, I'm gonna try to not go hard. Like I'm gonna at least save myself, like maybe go hard like one day, but like nah, it was right when I landed. I'm at the airport bar, which is like you land in Cabo and there's bars outside the airport. Like you get your luggage and then you walk out to catch your ride and there's bars there like outside. It's actually pretty dope. So like standing around for other people, I was just fucking drinking. And so I was.
Do you like know these? Do you know these people like pretty well, or did you just kind of like?
Not really. I knew 3. I know the owner, I know her husband, and I know the owner's sister, kinda. And then the rest I like may have met once or may have seen them in the gym once. But yeah, I was like, it was such like a spontaneous trip.
Yeah, it sounds super random.
Was I talking about why I was hurt or just like being depressed? Or no, I was eating healthy.
You were eating healthy.
Besides in Cabo. And then since getting back from Cabo, because I drank so fucking much, it's unreal. I was just like, I just didn't give a fuck. And I've been eating like McDonald's, Wingstop. And I'm like, low key, it's not too bad, but I feel like shit. And then like today I fasted all day and I've been drinking like hella water. I'm like, this is the day where I'm like, all right, let me
back on it.
One foot in front of the other, man. I did some push-ups. I did some pull-ups. I'm like, let me get, and I'm like, I went and got my testosterone shot. I'm like, all right, let me get some fucking momentum back. But yeah, Cabo, let's see, day one, what'd I do day one? I don't think all right, so anyone that doesn't know, I go to a gym called Karma Fitness. They were doing like a gym retreat. And I'm friends with like a decent amount of people that go there, but like the people I know weren't going to the trip. It was basically all couples, and then this guy Bruno that I roomed with. But it was still like super fun. Like day one, I think we landed. Everyone they were actually like fun. I thought they were gonna be like just drinking water and eating fruit, but they were taking shots.
They're all like, super healthy
immediately. Yeah. Well, for the most part.
Yeah.
Some of like the husbands or boyfriends, they don't really give a fuck. They're just there because their wife is healthy and goes to the gym. And day one we get there, I think we all just drink, immediately go to the pool. Man, it was, dude, pulling up to this place, it was like probably like 30 minutes from the airport. The next thing you know, it seems like you're in like the middle of the fucking desert, and then it's almost like you like pulling up to this like castle, and like your van pulls up, which is the LeBlanc Resort van, which picked you up. They're in all white suits picking you up at the airport. You pull up to this place and you're like, oh my god, there's just an entire staff just like sitting around waiting for your van specifically. And so you get off, they like immediately hand you like a cold towel to wipe off with. They had they did. It's like some millionaire movie shit. But I mean, these are like, I think at least like $1,000 a night places. Then we like check in. While they're checking in, they give you like a heated shoulder thing. They give you a coconut, something like a refreshing drink. They ask you like if you want anything to drink, blah blah blah. There's a bar right here, and the crazy part is that everything there is free. Like
it's like an all-inclusive thing.
Yeah, all-inclusive. Like everything. You just go to the bar. I want this drink. I mean, if you're an asshole, you like won't tip, or like you know, like at least throw 'em. A lot of people would go. Like, if you're going to the same bar for, like, an hour or two, it's, like, at the end of the hour, you'll throw them, like, $5 or $10 or, like, something like that. That's sort of how it worked, but there was, like... So we get there, we check in the room. The room's, like, nothing... The room's super nice. It wasn't anything crazy, but, like, crazy view. Yeah, I think the first day, it was just pool and, like, a dinner. The dinners are crazy. There's like pizza places, pasta places, fucking all you can eat, like buffets, especially breakfast buffets. Yeah, just like anything, like Chinese food and shit, or like the I don't know Asian culture food.
That's how the cruise was that I went on. It's just
like all inclusive. That's the crazy part.
It's wild.
The amount. That's what fucked me up.
Because you could just get a drink whenever.
We went to the pool, and it was like first day. I feel like I'm probably already like 8 drinks in.
Dude.
And then we finally get to the pool. It's like a big-ass infinity pool looking over the ocean. It's not like too crazy crowded. Basically, I felt like I was the only, like, me and my roommate were like the only single people there. Like, it was just couples. But inside the infinity pool, there's like a swim-up bar. And so dude, I'm so drunk, just like day one, just floating around. Like the pool, I like got down to where the pool is just like above my shoulders, and I'm just walking around like this with my drink, just like barely above, just drunk, wearing like glasses, just floating around the pool. And so I just keep swimming up to the bar, and it's like, oh, shot, and it's like you don't have to.
Just like.
You'll get like 10 shots, tip them like a couple bucks, something. So it's absolutely insane. And like when we're laying on the beach chairs or the whatever, like right by the pool, like waiters come like nonstop. It's like you can always just be like, hey, can we get like 10 shots? Like, yeah. And like a few minutes later, you come, hey, can we get a quesadilla? Yeah. It's fucking insane. I like felt bad.
Yeah, that's how I felt on the cruise.
I'm like, I can't. Like, I saw people abusing them, but it's not really abusing them. It's like
they paid for it.
Yeah, right.
They paid for it. Yeah,
the amount I spent. It's like I'm sure I didn't eat and drink
that much.
I don't know. Actually,
you might have drank that much.
Yeah, $2,000 worth of liquor. Dude, it's so
actually
bad.
Maybe you might. It depends on. Where, actually no, because they get the bottles in like super bulk.
Yeah,
super bulk. So like you're probably good.
But like by day one, I was.
That's what all inclusive.
I fucked myself.
All inclusive trips like that, like cruise ships and like what you did, they're just like supervised benders. It's like you're just going and you're gonna be on a bender, but like. Rich people around you,
yeah, and everyone was drinking too. Yeah. Like everyone was like, "Yeah, this is." Everyone had the like, "I don't give a fuck" attitude.
Yeah.
Besides, like the owner of our gym, she's fucking shredded. Like
really?
She'd have like maybe or actually we would get shots and she'd be like, "It'd be like cheers, cheers," and then she goes,
really,
just, like tosses it over her shoulder,
damn,
and just like drinks water.
What's like the actually? So like Paige's sisters is the one that like I guess she like does this diet thing and like I think she might even work she like works for them or something. She knows a lot about it. And so
about what?
This like diet that Paige is trying to get me and Formal to do. So she was like, but her sister like does it all. So she was like, yeah, just like my sister's gonna call you and like run you through everything. And so she did, but she was like, I know you guys are going to Austin this week and like you're going to want to drink. So if you want to start Monday, then you could start Monday. And I was like, I don't really like drinking anyway. And she was like, oh, okay. And she was like, if you do drink, just drink vodka. I was like,
or tequila.
Oh. So vodka and tequila are the...
I mean, it's all pretty much like 90 calories a shot. I think clear liquid is better for you than like a whiskey or like rum or whatever. But yeah, it's like 90 calories a shot.
I don't know why that makes sense, but it makes sense. Like you taste
how'd that get dark?
Yeah.
What y'all add in here?
Oh yeah. Why does it taste so heavy?
It tastes better though to drink like plain. Like a whiskey, like I can like sip I can't sip tequila or vodka.
Vodka,
yeah, it's fucking gross.
Yeah.
But
like, putting it in a mixed drink. But like, how do you put it in a mixed drink and be healthy? You can't. You have to drink it straight.
And that's all I did all weekend.
You drank tequila straight?
For a lot, like shots. But no, a lot of time I would do a lot of shots, and then I would do tequila, water, and then like 2 limes and 2 lemons. Or I would have them crush up watermelon and like pour fresh watermelon in with like a shot of tequila and then add water. And it tasted like shit, but once you're drunk, they go down. It's like drinking water.
Dude, I'm 29. I've probably done 12 shots ever in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I've never.
What?
I've like never.
I had 12 by the time I got to the resort.
I don't think I've like ever done shots. I just don't do shots like that. I did a shot.
I enjoy shots because I have one purpose when I'm drinking.
Yeah, like to get fucking blackout.
Yeah. I try not to though, man. It's genetics. I can drink a lot.
It's genetics.
It's genetics. Like I think it's genetics just how much I can drink.
I'm sure your mom appreciated that. It's genetics to get blackout.
Well, that's on my dad's side.
That's what we do here.
It's not a good thing though. But like even tomorrow when we go to Austin, it's like You're
depends. Already thinking about drinking?
Well, no, I just know we're gonna do the meetup, and then I think
we have like the whole day. Yeah,
I think G1 is doing like a party or something that night, and I think they might want us to go. I don't know if it's gonna G1.
G1, the esports org. Oh, huh. Is that Lewis Hamilton's thing? No,
I don't fucking know. I just know like some of their Halo team, so that's why they hit me and I think Hex up about it. I don't even know if we're gonna do it, but let's see. That was day 1. Day 2.
Did y'all ever like go out and explore, or you just kind of like pool, drink?
I did one day. They all went to like this. It might have been it was either day 2 or day 3, but like basically they woke up, and then they all left early to visit like this fucking, it's called a flora something. It's like a flora garden where it's just like crazy flowers and plants and all this other shit. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, nah.
So instead I went by myself. First day I get there, I'm like swimming to the bar, literally just got in the water, swim up to the bar to get like my first drink, and a dude's like, yo, you're
no
he's
way.
like, I can't remember, but I know like you're an OpTic, right? And I was like, yeah, OpTic Maniac. He's like, yes, I fucking knew it. See, I told you. He's like talking to his friend. And I'm like, yeah, man. And it was crazy because that was the only person that like I guess recognized me and at least said something. But like it was literally like the first person I passed in the pool, like going to the bar. So the next day I meet up with, they go to this Flora shit. I meet up with him at like I guess like the crazy, where the young people go to fucking party. Like it's like not their 6th Street, but it's like basically it's like a spot like that.
Yeah, like a downtown,
like a downtownish. It's called like Mango Deck. It's pretty big. Like I arrive and the twerk off is starting.
Oh, nice.
Like there's like a big stage.
Did you participate?
No.
Oh, damn.
They already picked their lineup.
You were okay.
Yeah, and it was all girls.
Oh.
Yeah, so
that's important. Not interested
pull up
anymore.
No, so I left. Pull up twerk contest, all girls. So I head back to the hotel. No, but there's like literally walk in. It's like you're on a deck and you're like looking down at the beach. There's a stage. Literally like 8 girls twerking. How they pick the judge, it's just like who's willing to pay the most to be the judge, and it's like someone that has like $80 on 150, and like they twerk on him, and so I think it got up to like $300. Yeah,
and you were just
yeah, and I was like 350, but they didn't hear me because I'm just slurring. 350, baby. So that was fun.
who won the twerk contest?
I don't know. None of them impressed me though.
There
was like a nerdy, pretty cute. Like we called her the librarian because all those horny asses are standing around like giving them nicknames. We called her the librarian. She did like a split, and I was like, okay. Like I thought she was the innocent one.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of them really impressed me. But I went there by myself to meet up with them, like him and his friends. I was only there probably for like 2 hours, and then I had to come back because we had like I don't know what to call it. I guess a boat. It wasn't a cruise. Like it's not on a cruise ship, but it's like a boat cruisy type of thing. To where it's like we're all wearing
like a ferry or like a
I don't know
yacht
what you
or something.
Well, it's like someone's driving it and you're not like but like you're cruising, so you know exactly what I'm saying now. But yeah, that was super dope. The boat was nice. It's like we're like all wearing white, like, you know, the captain's fucking steering the boat and shit, and everyone's just like having a good time. They have unlimited drinks, of course. Halfway through, I think I passed out on the fucking top of the boat. Just like there's pictures. There's pictures of like all 12 of them, like, and then there's me. Like you can just see my dead body in the middle, not holding up anything. Just so fucking good. Passed out, and like the rest of them were just. And then I think I woke up and I felt all right. That was super fun. That was actually really fun. There was like some crazy views that you would not see anywhere around here. It was that was one of the crazy parts. Was like you get to see shit there that like I've never seen before. Like these like because we're like out in the ocean, and it's like these random ass like big ass crazy rocks are just, I don't know. It was just like I've never seen anything like that before, so it's just like interesting to see.
One of the stops when I went on that cruise in like 2016 was in Mexico, and there's like pyramid there, and we were like walking around, and then there were like monkeys swinging in the trees.
Really?
Like wild monkeys.
So they could like jump on you if they wanted.
And I was just thinking like, wow, like I live in Inverness. Yeah. You know, that's what I was thinking. Like this is like real. Yeah. This is real life.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it. Like I even tried to like truly enjoy it. Like I'd like took a moment to be like, instead of, you know, stumbling to the pool. Like I actually stopped and I'm like, look at this. Wow. Like this is crazy. Like I had some like Ace TV shit. Like it's like thinking about the world and how crazy it is, how blessed I am that I'm able to do this, that I'm even being able to witness this, that I'm part of this, that it is me and I am it.
And then you lost your OpTic chain.
No, I didn't lose my OpTic chain. Fuck, man, I didn't even wear it today. I gotta put it on and just never take it off. Do you sleep with it?
No, I don't sleep. I don't sleep with the chains on.
Dude, I just forgot. I took it off because I was wearing chains the whole fucking Cabo trip. Then I got back, took it off, and I don't know. I haven't worn it yet.
This is funny. You keep saying you didn't lose it.
No one's seen it
but
yet.
No one's seen it. I still haven't seen it.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Imagine you're just making a new one. You're like, no, I didn't lose it.
It gets here tomorrow. Nah, I swear I didn't lose it. I'm gonna rock it.
Going back. You keep asking Bruce to borrow his.
And I've wanted it for so long. I just wanted a chain, like a real chain. But I ain't spending that much for that.
Yeah.
But if someone's willing, then I will accept. And I will rock it once I remember. I'll once I find it.
Once I go back to Cabo and get it.
Like I've gotten tweets just because I know. I don't know. I didn't watch the videos. So I don't know what the fuck he put in there. Like of me saying no, I have it.
Right. Yeah.
But like, yeah, people are tweeting me like I'm probably getting like, you fucking lazy piece of shit. You didn't even deserve that chain. Dude, anyway.
It's so funny that shit doesn't really happen anymore.
It doesn't.
It was just that era.
Even Bose said that.
Oh, they love Bose now.
Yeah, right.
Bose in one podcast a week, and they're like, dude, Bose is so fucking great. And I remember being like, damn, like what? I'm glad you guys are like nice now. Where the hell was this?
Yeah,
where was this at the SCUMP house?
That seems to be over with.
I mean, it's just people. The internet's funny,
and it's maybe like, I don't know. I don't really respond to any of it because I'll see some shit every now and then.
Yeah.
To where I'm like, it'll like hit me for a second. I'll like think of something I could respond with. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. I should hit him. But I literally don't respond. I hardly even like look at my shit anymore.
Yeah, they don't really get me anymore. I just look at the comments now just to see if they like enjoyed the videos, especially for like the ones we work hard on at like for the OpTic channel or for the TST channel. I'm just like, but then I'll see something like, I still get the whole like his laugh is fake. Yeah, I get all that.
God, I would love this video if Hitch wasn't in it. Can Hitch talk less in the next one or something like that?
And I don't. Those don't really like affect me anymore. It was like if you think I'm faking my laugh 7 years in, like I'm a great method actor at that point. Like I don't really care anymore.
There's some where like I'll be like, okay, I was funny in that. Let me scroll down the comments, see that, and then I'll see like Maniac is a clown for real, clown face emoji. Like, and I'll be like,
you're like, man.
I like scroll, stop at that for a second. Just keep scrolling.
I need to get, yeah.
And then I'll think about it for a few minutes.
And you're like,
then I'm like, wait a second. What about the 100 good comments above it?
Like, damn, am I a clown for real, clown face?
Am I a clown for real, clown face? Holy shit. I'm trying to think of some other ones that, I don't know. Or Maniacs, Maniacs cringe as fuck, to be honest.
I get that so much. Yeah. Especially on the OpTic videos. It's like if that's not in the video, there's not there's not a loud person. You have to have a loud person. I'm like, I guess I'll do that. Yeah. And then I just look and it's like, damn, Hitch is making content for 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, there's sometimes where Roger, you and Roger, and you guys know who needs to be in a video of like what personalities. Like it can't be like who wouldn't work? Like,
well, there has to be a host. Are you talking about the podcast or just
any
videos in general? Videos in general, there has to be a host. So that host right now is either myself or Hector. Then there has to be a headliner, which is Hector, Seth, or Formal. And then there has to be 2 really good other people that can bounce off of those 2. So that's why it ends up being like myself, Hector, you, Bose, or me, you, Seth, Damon, or something like that.
Yeah, you guys know there's a formula.
Yeah,
because everyone has their own like personality and their own. Like I can't be a Hex. I can't be a Scump.
Because
sometimes I have some Scump come out of me, which will be like. Wait, what?
What a sentence.
Sometimes some Scump will come out of me to where I'm like, damn, I'm killing this shit.
Yeah. I wonder if Seth even thinks like shit like that. Because Seth is like always consistently funny.
Yeah, he's
always
super
funny.
Consistent.
But I wonder if he ever like says something and then he's like, damn, that was funny. Or if he's just that's just like naturally how
he's like too aware to not know.
Yeah.
Like even when we did his like person I feel like I haven't seen Seth come in and just be like a fuck off kind of like
he comes
not
in
today like a not today kind of thing.
Yeah. Seth is super personable too. That's what makes him so like that's what makes him so special like for OpTic and in Call of Duty in general, because he's such like he's the biggest by far. It's not even I don't even think there's like a close besides like maybe Creme Clay like. There's not anyone close to his
even
level.
Then,
there's no one close.
Even close.
And
not even like half.
Right. And his skill level, top top 5 ever, and he's like that personable. Like you don't get that. Like you don't get that in other esports or even in sports in general. Like, you gotta think about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's not funny.
Yeah.
Like he's just Jordan.
Not at all.
You know what I mean? Like
it's crazy that
it's not personal.
Well, I guess Michael Jordan's personality kind of worked with his.
You're right. No, it worked.
Killer.
I'm just saying, like, if Seth was like Michael Jordan, it would still work.
Just trying to think if like there's no one like Seth. Like no one's funny.
No one's
good
funny
as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, besides,
it's really just the funny part that's hard to be.
I think of, maybe in like the entertainment industry, there's people that make like really good music or really good movies, and they're also just happen to be hilarious. Yeah. That happens a lot.
Like a Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is a really good one. Or like, I mean, I know Jack Harlow's killing it right now, and he doesn't make like comedy music, but he's super funny. And like that doesn't happen in like competitions really. Trying to think of like funny competitive people that are considered the greats.
They're on the bench.
Yeah, right. They're the bench players.
They're on the bench like, doing the.
I mean, I guess Chad Ochocinco is he's really funny. That's TSC's 4th right there, Ocho.
Really?
Yeah, we played we played at Miami. He came by and we used to play
at Miami Heat.
No, sorry, Miami CWL Miami. He came by and we used to play at the Scuff booth. We played people 3v3, but there was a 4th station, so he played in the 4th, and we would play people 4v4.
That's funny.
And so yeah, we were like, oh, that's TSC's 4th right there.
One time he came in my chat, and I was like,
what
the fuck?
Dude, one time Castro in Chicago, he apparently Ocho tweeted like, I'm in Chicago for a day, who wants the hands in FIFA? And Castro tweeted at him and said, you can come through. And so Ochocinco went to his house and played him in FIFA on stream.
Did you get shit on?
Yeah.
Castro's actually like nice at FIFA?
Yeah.
Or is he just like
he's like, I think he's kind of like, he would be like how like a content creator. He's not pro level.
He'd be like a Joe Will.
But he's like, yeah, he's like really good at, he plays it all the time. So he's going to be better than, he's made FIFA his career. So he's going to be better than, the average person. It's funny because I feel like sports games are not like they can't be hard. You press Y, hit a through ball. Press B, shoot.
One of my
press A, pass it to Steph Curry. Press B, shoot. I feel like it can't be harder than that. But I know
I wonder what makes them good. Because one of my old teammates from 2007 turned into a NBA 2K pro.
Yeah.
And like even like to this day, I think he's like he's known in the scene. I don't know if he like competes anymore. I think now he's sort of like, he's just like a content creator maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder what makes them good. Because in NBA, they have different positions. Where it's like it'll be a 5-on-5, but like someone's playing center, point guard, shooting guard.
Dude, when Pam moved back to Canada, he was living in the Toronto Raptors, not Rapids. The Toronto, is the Rapids a hockey team? Where did I get Rapids
sounds
from?
Like it. Sounds good.
The Toronto.
No, I think they're the
Raptors.
Maple Leafs.
Yeah, they are the Maple Leafs.
The
Raptors. He was living in the Raptors 2K house. All 5 of them used to live there, and they were sponsored by the Raptors.
Crazy.
And lived in Toronto.
And Pam's just there.
Competed, yeah. And I think I'm fairly positive that's right, but he definitely said he was going up there.
Oh no, my phone's charging. Speaking of Pam, he DM'd me a SoundCloud link, and I think it's a beat. Should we play the beat?
I'm down to play the beat
live. How long have we been doing this? Do we end with a Pam?
I'm down to end with a Pam beat. An hour and 4, I can see it.
Okay. All right, so.
I'm down to end with a Pam beat. And then at the end, you can just be like, that was our outro music. Funny because we start and end on your beats.
Are they both my beat?
It's the same beat. Little Lost Boat.
That shit was fire.
That shit was hard.
Dude, what's crazy is like that beat sounds so simple, but like if you looked at how
the FL Studio,
at how many notes it took to make that, and then you like half speed it and like that, I don't know. Where are you at, Pam? We're gonna end on an absolute banger. At least I hope this is him. Passionate.
Guys, also, while he looks for that beat, I know Formal last week made a lot of jokes about TST and the webcam sizes and all that. Can you please stop coming in a chat and saying, I thought the webcams were going to be equal?
Is that actually a thing? Like, it's...
Yes.
Like, you gotta be like, all right,
and
chill out,
Blake
guys.
and George like didn't know we did the podcast, and so they came in and they keep being like, so why do people keep asking about the webcam sizes? And I'm like, blame fucking Formal. First of all, they are equal on the intermission screen.
You guys are each 33%. All right, here we go. Pam sent me a beat. This shit's called MVP. Wait, let me bring it back. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, sipping on my cup. Yeah, you know it's yeah, we know the fuck. Hey, hey, hey.
You've been on your AA shit lately.
Hey, all I listen to is New York shit. Need to find me a New York bitch.
What?
Need to find me a New York trick.
Huh?
Need to find me a New York jet. Hey, come and suck it. Come and love it. Come and rub it. I mean, what, kid? What the fuck? It's fucking public. Keep that private. Nah, dog, there's no denying. I'm the flyest. Get a plane, I fly it private. Drop the fucking beat, fam. Hey.
It dropped right after.
Do we have any real music for the outro? Play my shit, Matt Craig. By the way, I'm just kidding, Pam. You've gotten so good. We love you, but we miss you. Matt Craig, you better add this in there. Niak out.